What's up, Red Raiders? Welcome to another episode of Campus Live TV, presented by Expertech. I'm Ashley Bell, and today I want to introduce our Alumni Spotlight. Our first guest is Bart Reagor, a Texas Tech University alum who's making big moves in the automotive industry. Take a look. Bart Reagor is a former Texas Tech University football player, an alumni of TTU, and is CEO and owning partner of Reagor Dykes Auto Group. Our first topic of discussion gave us an inside look at his background.
Well, my background is the first time I ever came to Lubbock was when I was 18. I grew up in Richardson, Texas, which is in North Dallas. My mom and dad went to Richardson High School and were high school sweethearts, and actually had me right out of high school. So I had young parents, and grew up, went to Richardson schools, and met my wife. My wife and I have been married now 30 years, but I met her when I was a 7th grader. She was an 8th grader. I saw her at an 8th grade basketball game, and I knew she was special. We didn't really ever start dating until I was a senior in high school, and she was already a freshman at Tech. But that was my background. I was a high school athlete, baseball, football, and really wanted to play football in college. And I was getting some letters from some smaller schools. I was a 5'10", 175-pound running back and middle linebacker, so there weren't a lot of big schools looking for that. But I got a letter from Tech. I came and visited Tech, and loved Lubbock, loved Tech, and got an opportunity to be an invited walk-on in 1984. I graduated high school in 1984, and came out here to Lubbock, and that's kind of my background.
We asked Bart what inspired him to start his own company after he graduated college from Texas Tech.
Well, I think even when I was younger, I always had the urge to be an entrepreneur. I'd hear about entrepreneurs, and I'm really the first one on either side of my family to graduate from college. And my parents, my dad, worked in the sporting goods business, and my grandfather was in the electronics business, and my other grandfather was in the electronics business. They went in that business after World War II, and I just felt like I guess it was just a calling that I had. And I was a pre-med student at Tech. One of my teammates got me to start selling cars. We were both married college football players that didn't have any money, and I started selling cars, and I really liked it, and I found out I was pretty good at it, so I kept doing it. And I did it for about 16 years before I started my own company, and I just felt like I could create a better place to do business and a better place for people to work in the car business.
Our next topic focused on his time as a TTU student athlete and how it helped shape his future.
I think the work ethic that it took for me to become the first college grad in my family on either side, and the fact that I was able to walk on and make varsity and letter 4 years, and be voted the most courageous player on our team my senior year, the Dale Morgan Award. I think those things built confidence that enabled me. My education, I ended up switching my major from pre-med to business, and got a marketing degree. So I think the education that I got, the contacts that I made, the friends that I made, and the work ethic that I had to do to play football and graduate from college, and I got married while I was in college, all those things combined, I had to grow up fast, and I think that's what's helped me be successful.
Lastly, we asked Bart what his message would be to current and future alumni of TTU.
My advice would be believe in yourself. I think first off, you got to believe in yourself, but I think that a lot of that comes from faith in God above. I think that when I was younger, I think I thought I was always going to be successful, but I wasn't humble enough, and I wasn't probably in touch with the man upstairs. For me, my faith is really a huge part of my success, and I think that I really never had as much faith as I have now until I was in my late 20s, and I probably was too big for my own riches, and I was probably too confident for my own good. And God kind of humbled me and put me in a really bad spot. I'm not sitting there. I'm a dad. I'm a husband, and I've got house payments, car payments, and I'd gotten out of the car business for a couple of years, made some bad decisions financially, and I was in debt. And I had a long talk with the man upstairs, and I said, "Hey, if you'll help me through this, I'll go to work for you the rest of my life." And so he helped me through it. It makes me a little bit emotional to talk about it, but have faith in God, and and then have faith in yourself, but know that you need to do the things that the man upstairs wants you to do if you want to be successful. And every day I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for every opportunity I have to do anything, so because it wouldn't happen without him. And have priorities. For me it's God, family, my work family, and I'm last. So.
All right, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to visit us online at campuslivemagazine.com. But as always, we want to know your thoughts. Let us know what you thought of our interview with Bart Reagor in the comments below. Until next time, for Campus Live TV, I'm Ashley Bell. This episode of Campus Live is presented by Expertech. Visit their 2 locations in Lubbock, one on University behind Chili's, and their second on 82nd and Slide next to Einstein Bagels. Expertech, personal electronic solutions.